You know what's crazy? Most people think becoming wealthy starts at $100,000. Some think it starts at your first million. But the truth? For most people, everything changes after just $10,000. Not because $10,000 makes you rich. Let's be honest, 10K in America today won't even buy you a decent used car without making your wallet cry. But something psychological happens when you hit that number. You stop surviving and start thinking differently. Because before 10K, life feels like financial whack-a-mole. Car repair? Panic. Unexpected bill? Stress. Someone says investment opportunity? You say, brother, I'm trying to survive till Friday. But after 10K, you begin operating from a completely different mindset. And by the end of this video, I'll show you why this number quietly separates people who stay broke from people who slowly build wealth. And there's one shift nobody talks about that completely changes your financial future. But first, let me tell you why most people never even reach this point. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail financially because they're lazy. They fail because they're trapped. And the trap? Living in constant financial emergency mode. Think about it. When your bank account is low, every decision feels emotional. You buy cheap instead of quality. You delay investments. You avoid risks. You take jobs you hate because survival changes the way your brain works. Fear becomes your financial advisor, and fear gives terrible advice. It says, don't invest, don't learn, play safe, stay where you are. But here's the brutal irony. The safest financial path usually keeps you financially stuck. Now, quick question. Have you ever checked your account balance before buying food and suddenly become a mathematician? Like, if I buy Chipotle today, technically I can survive on instant noodles till Thursday. Yeah, that's not wealth. That's financial hostage negotiation. And this is exactly why the first $10,000 matters so much. Because it's not about flexing money. It's about escaping constant panic. But here's where things get interesting. Because once you cross that line, your entire relationship with money changes. And no, it's not what influencers on Instagram are telling you. The first thing that changes is this. You stop making desperate decisions. This is the first thing nobody talks about. Before 10K, every financial decision feels urgent. After 10K, you finally gain something incredibly valuable. Time. Time to think, time to plan, time to say no. You're no longer forced into terrible choices because of desperation. That toxic job, you're not terrified of quitting. Bad opportunity, you can walk away. Unexpected expense, you don't spiral into panic. And this is where people start confusing wealth, because real wealth isn't luxury. Real wealth is options, the ability to choose. And options change your life. But this next shift, though, this one changes your trajectory forever. The second thing that changes is you stop thinking month to month. Most people think in survival cycles. Rent, bills, paycheck, repeat. It's like being trapped on a treadmill, running hard, but somehow staying in the same place. But after 10K, you stop asking, can I afford this? And start asking, is this smart? That question alone changes everything, because wealthy people don't just spend differently, they think differently. Instead of chasing dopamine, they chase leverage. Instead of showing off, they build quietly. And let's be real, nobody who's actually building wealth is trying to impress strangers online, because financially smart people know something most people forget. Looking rich and being rich are completely different games. One buys designer clothes, the other buys freedom. And trust me, freedom ages way better than flex culture. Also, no billionaire has ever said, you know what changed my life? Buying bottle service. Never happened. But here's where things become powerful. Because after 10K, something shifts internally. And this next part is the reason some people build wealth fast while others stay stuck forever. You finally believe you can win. This might be the most important one. Money is emotional. Whether people admit it or not, if you've struggled financially for years, you start believing struggle is permanent. You start telling yourself, I'm just bad with money. Rich people are different. I'll never get ahead. But hitting your first 10K, it breaks that identity because suddenly you have proof. Proof that you can save. Proof that discipline works. Proof that you're capable. And confidence compounds, just like money. Once you realize, wait, if I did this once, what stops me from doing 25K, then 50K, then investing, then building assets, then financial independence? And this is the moment most people miss. The first 10K isn't life-changing because of the money. It's life-changing because of who you become while earning it. But there's a dangerous mistake people make right here, and it destroys progress almost instantly. The biggest mistake after hitting 10K is lifestyle inflation. Suddenly, new car, new clothes, expensive apartment, random subscriptions you forgot existed. You start rewarding yourself for progress by destroying the progress. And this is where fear should kick in, because one bad habit can quietly reset years of effort. Here's the truth. Your first 10K is not the finish line. It's proof of concept. It's the foundation. The goal isn't to spend it. The goal is to let it create momentum. Emergency fund, investments, skills, assets, income streams. Because money grows fastest when you stop treating it like a reward and start treating it like a tool. And once you understand that, everything changes. So no, $10,000 won't make you rich, but it might be the moment your life starts moving in a completely different direction, because the first 10K teaches you something powerful, that wealth isn't built overnight. It's built through discipline, patience, and smarter decisions repeated over time. And if you're wondering what you should actually do when you finally save your first $1,000, watch this next video right here. Because making money is one thing, keeping and growing it, that's the real game. I'll see you there.